So I have to do this project, and it's for my senior capstone. And basically, if I don't do it, I don't get to graduate and be with all my friends to walk the aisle and get my diploma. So I need to get this done. But I also am kind of very passionate about this. So today's topic is about bullying. How many of you guys know what bullying is? Does anyone want to say what they think bullying is? Want to go? You don't want to go? Does anyone want to say anything? Yeah.
One, you muscle someone and you don't fight back.
They don't fight back. That's good. Anyone else? Don't be shy. Let's go. Right here with the glasses. Yeah.
When they fight,
When they
when
fight?
the person and the other person doesn't tell the teacher, then that's bullying. And they do it over and over again.
Yeah. Anyone else? Right here.
When you make some fun of somebody?
Yeah, these are all great. There's a specific definition for bullying, but for everyone, there's different variations of bullying. So, when someone makes fun of you for how short you are or how big you are, it doesn't matter. Everyone's different and everyone's more sensitive. So I'm gonna ask you guys some questions. So, have any of you ever been bullied? And if you did, what did you get bullied for? So how many of you here have gotten bullied before? You want to talk about it? No? You want to say anything about it? Yeah? Yeah. You want to go? No? Alright, well, I'll start it off. I mean, I know you guys are kind of joking around and it's shy. When I was in elementary and more in middle school, I used to get bullied because I was really short and really round, so people would make fun of me and be like, hey, you're kind of short and chubby, and it wouldn't make me feel good. But then over time, you kind of learn to accept yourself. And when you kind of block out the haters, and you say oh, this is me, I don't really care who what you think of me or what you say, you can't bring me down. Has anyone say even your parents too, they can sometimes be bullied. My mom bullied me all the time. Not like that, but she'd make fun of me, but I never knew she was joking until one time she really just got me, and I just started crying, and she's like, oh no, I'm kidding, because I used to be short and chubby. And she told me I looked like a bowling ball one time, and I don't know why, that just got to me. I was like, stop, you're making me cry. And everyone always tells me that. And then, that's when she found out I used to get bullied. It wasn't bad, but I used to get bullied a little bit here and there. And once you get into high school, you kind of see how people bully, but it's not bad. It's more joking around, especially with your friends. But there's still occasions where people will take it too far, or people that you don't know. You guys joke around with your friends, you kind of poke fun, oh, your ears look really big today, looking like Dumbo. I don't have big ears. My friends call me Dumbo all the time. I'm like, all right, and then we go back and forth. So has any of your friends ever joked around and you guys had a playful fight? Raise your hand. How many of you guys playful fight? You guys playful fight? You too? What do you guys say to each other? It can't be mean.
We make fun of each other sometimes.
But it's funny and you guys laugh at each other and you guys go back and forth. That's playful bullying. But I don't really consider it bullying, but most people do. But there's a very distinct line between playful bullying and constantly getting picked on for your weight, for your intelligence, and stuff like that. So another question: have you ever bullied anyone? And it's okay. I will admit I used to bully too, because I would get. Even Miss Miller got said she bullied. But I remember when I got taller, because I'm kind of tall. When I got really tall, I used to think I was the big macho guy, and I was like, all right, now it's my turn to bully someone now. I run this house, all right? I do this now. I do the bullying. But then, so how many of you guys ever bullied someone? You did? You want to say anything about it or no? It's okay. You don't have to be shy. Yeah, maybe one day, hopefully, some of you guys won't bully because it's really not a good thing. But you know, if it comes to that, you know, maybe apologize to the person if you're still with them, and you know, they'll probably most likely forgive you. But yeah, another question: why do you think people get bullied? Anyone can raise their hand and answer this one.
Because of their looks.
Because of their looks?
Because they're hurt.
Because of their what?
Because they're hurt.
Because they're hurt? That's a good one. That's a really good one. Were you saying anything?
Because you think that you're better than them or something?
That's a really good one too. Want to go again?
Jealous.
Jealous? Anyone want to go? There's no wrong answers. I won't make fun of you.
Because they have no friends.
Because they have no friends?
Because they used to get bullied.
Because they used to get bullied? I see you raising your hand. It's okay. Want to go again?
Because you can?
Because they can. That's also very, very simple, but it's, you know, people do that too. Anyone, one more? Alright, so that's like, those reasons are basically like the main reasons why people do it. You want to go?
Because they have nothing else to do.
Because they have nothing else to do? Yeah, so people bully because, you know, they have a lot of conflicts at home, so maybe they get made fun of by their parents. Maybe they have problems at home, like their family doesn't get along, they get into fights all the time, you know, they get abused and stuff like that, like real issues at home. And maybe they don't feel love at home like, you know, maybe you guys do with your cousins or with your brothers, sisters, parents, you know, you guys have that connection and you guys have love and empathy in your house. I mean, like, that you all love each other and you all get along. You know, sometimes you have disagreements, but that's okay. That's what families do because you all live with each other. But a lot of these people have, like, broken families and, you know, troubles at home. And then they resort to taking their anger out on people. Like, how many of you guys ever taken your anger out on like your friend from here? But like, it could be something from home. Yeah, like what did you do? Like, did you punch someone or did you like say something to them?
Oh, yeah.
You wanna say something? No? You wanna say something?
Well, actually, it was at school. When this girl, she stepped on my toe. So, I banged her head on the computer. No, it was because like she was always messing with me. So.
Yeah, that's kind of bad, but you know, taking your anger out is a very simple and not effective, but simple and easy way. But it takes more courage to, you know, hold that anger in and maybe talk to someone like Miss Miller or any other teacher that you guys have here, or you know, talk to your parents or talk to the person that's upsetting you. Because you know, every time like someone like calls you a name like fatty or dumb or like stupid, you know, these things like they build up. And, you know, when you try to hold back like that anger, you're like, I just want to punch something right now. I remember one time I got so mad, I punched a hole in my wall and I broke my finger. I got so mad. But it's a way to you know, relieve yourself of like all that anger you have inside. Because imagine I punched someone like in the face, then I'd get in a lot of trouble and I'd feel really bad and I wouldn't be able to live with myself because, you know, I hurt that person. All right. So another question. So now that we know like a little bit more about bullying, who like famous celebrity or like a politician or like famous people that you guys probably know right now do you think is a bully? You go. Yeah.
Wait, famous people who are bullies?
Yeah, like you know, like you hear in the media like how they're mean to someone. I have a very like important person in my mind right now. Okay, oh, that's a good one. I forgot about that. Donald Trump. Jake Paul. Donald Trump.
Bad baby.
Bad baby. Yeah. You go ahead. Timothy Heller. Oh, I haven't. Is she a singer or? She pretty sure. Want to go again?
Whoa, Vicky.
The E.
It's a girl.
Who?
Whoa, Vicky.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
Daniel Bergoli.
Daniel Bergoli.
Oh, that's what I said.
You guys are on the internet a lot. Wow. Little Tay.
Little Tay and Logan Paul.
Little Tay, Logan Paul. Yeah, these are all pretty big names. The one I had in my head was what's his name? Donald Trump, because I go on Twitter, and, you know, from time to time, and I see a lot of like him taking jabs at people, and you know, like just being very kind of unpresidential, like or like not even unpresidential, like very like unhuman. He's very just like he just takes jabs at people, and it's like unnecessary, especially from a president. Like you guys wouldn't expect that. But you know, it's just these people that have also like very high egos and very like have a lot of power. And since you know, like when you have a lot of power, especially like you know, it could be like power over your siblings or like power over your friends, but more like siblings, because you know I used to also get bullied by my sister because I used to be very short, and she would put like candy and stuff or like the stuff that I'd want on top of like the fridge. And like I would have like I couldn't even hit her or anything to get it like to get her to get it down. I would have to like climb up like on a stool and get it, and then she would just take it back down. Like, it was just like a mind game. Like she had power over me. But when people have like that kind of power over you, like you feel helpless, and like you know you kind of feel like, man, I like if I can't even like get power over this person, like how am I gonna like get power over someone else? And so you look for power and all that stuff. Have you guys ever been bullied by like someone, but they just keep coming at you? You have? You want to say something about it? Anywhere, it doesn't matter. You don't have to say names. And how did that feel? Did it feel like? Did it feel good? Did it feel bad? Did it feel? How did you feel when someone was doing that to you? Yeah. You want to know?
This girl, she bullied me, I guess, because I was black.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really care though. So
Yeah.
Basically it wasn't bullying.
There's people on the internet that kept bullying me for wearing boy clothes.
Wearing boy clothes, yeah. Those are also like things that people shouldn't be making fun of, but people also do. Is you know, race, gender, sexual orientation, what's it called? You know, wealth, and mental health, and like your state of mind, all that kind of stuff. People make jokes about that, and they go for you because of that, and it's not right. Like, if you see someone making fun of someone that has a mental disability, would you just let them like kind of do it? What would you say? Like, what would you say? You guys can like say anything. Oh yeah. Stop it. Would you say something?
Please stop.
Please stop. Anyone else? So like, I was just because I have a cousin that's also. You want to say something?
Can you roast them back?
Can you roast them back? Yeah, but then that gets that person mad, and then they start coming at you, and then you know it kind of makes them more mad at what like they're doing, and they just kind of take their anger out on you, and it could be like verbally, like they'll say something back to you, or like physically they'll start swinging at you. Like especially in high school, like my freshman year, there'd be a lot of fights. And be over like fights over dumb things, like be over girls, be over like food. I remember one time someone got into a fight over food, over like getting into the lunch line. Someone got into the lunch line. Like in my head, I didn't say it out loud. I was like, you guys are, you know, like that desperate for food, like that. You guys are that fat to get some food. Like in my head though. But people will fight over like simple things, and you don't want to escalate the situation. You don't want to say something back to them, because then like you'll get into a fight, and fights are like never a good thing. You want to say something?
Yeah, my mom said if I ever got in a fight with that, but then I would get in trouble.
Yeah, definitely. If you get into a fight, the best thing is not run away, but try to ask for help, and if they swing first, then kind of back up and be like, hey, I don't want to fight. If they keep coming at you, just try to get like a supervisor or someone, because fighting is actually never it makes you look cool, but it's never like a good thing. You wanna go?
My mom said if I ever get in a fight, let them hit first, so I won't get in as much trouble. So.
You wanna say something again? forgot. It's okay.
I also get into fights for dumb things like at home. One time I got mad at my sister for sitting on top of me, so I punched her in the face.
Yeah, and it's simple things like that. Like you get into fights with your siblings. You wanna go? Yeah.
Yeah, my brother goes to high school last year, and then this guy stole his ball in the lunchroom, so they fight it together.
Yeah, exactly the same thing. Yeah, actually the same thing. And in high school, it only gets kind of worse, but it starts with, you know, kind of influencing your guys' mind because you guys are still young. How old are you guys? Like 11?
19.
Yeah, there's people that are, I'm 18, and there's guys that are my age that will fight over things that you guys tell me. Like, what do you guys get into fights for?
From my little sister trying to use my PS4.
Yeah.
My brother couldn't use his stomach.
Yeah. Your phone?
He used to play Fortnite first.
Yeah.
There's too much. Like, you guys crazy. He be all in the mic and stuff, yelling everywhere.
Yeah, but there's also other things that, you know, that especially high schoolers get into like fights for, and sometimes they're very deep in like personal things, but a lot of other times they're just very dumb things that, you know, you can just talk over. Like I've got into arguments, but I've never escalated to points where I've had to fight to, you know, get my point across. Like, oh, like yeah, like whatever, I'll like come and like go and beat you up, whatever. Like square up, like get in my face, like get it right now. But I see guys like getting like this close and stuff, and no one's swinging because they're waiting for someone else to fight. And you know, like it's just everything it's just trying to get like for show. Everything's kind of like, oh, I can like puff my chest out bigger than you, and you know I'm waiting for you to swing and stuff like that. So, you know, fighting is just never the solution. So, and here I have another question. Let me see. Have you ever witnessed someone getting bullied? If so, if you have, did you try to stop it, or what did you do in that situation?
In first grade, there was a girl and the boy being with the girl, and I told him to stop, and he didn't stop, so I wanted to tell the teacher, and the teacher got me in trouble too for being stupid.
Yeah. No, you don't have to name names. It's good if you don't.
One of my friends, they're getting bullied, so I helped her.
They what?
I helped her. My friend was getting bullied, so I helped her.
That's good.
And under my club, like, some girl told this other girl to pick up a dead bird, or she wouldn't be her friend no more.
Yeah.
So we told the, which is the lady.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think it was this year, and they were like probably like last month, and there was a boy being mean to another one, and then I told him to leave him alone, and he said no, so I just started roasting him, and then eventually 2 minutes later he left. So
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, I've seen people get bullied, and you know, freshman year me, I used to be like so scared because I was still tall, but I was very skinny, so I was very afraid to like even go to someone and like say like hey, stop bullying that guy. Like I'd get like into a fight, and then I'd, you know, just get pummeled to the ground with like a black eye and stuff. But now that I'm older and I know more things, and you know, like I'm a lot like, yeah, you guys think I look big? Like,
Yes. You're tall. I'm short.
yeah, trust me. You're scared of me? Yeah. You want to say something?
What was it like in middle school?
In middle school? Well, since I used to be very short and, you know, chubby, I was more friendly. I still am very friendly. But I was more like, oh, I don't want to like upset you or anything. So like the slightest person that, like the person that would get, like I would talk to that would get like very, or like a little bit upset with me, I would be like, oh, sorry. Like I would like just, you know, give in. And sometimes that gets like to you personally. Like it changes your opinion. It makes you kind of like, oh, I have to believe what they believe or else like I'll be afraid. That's not really bullying. That's more like in a mental state. You want to say something?
Mm-hmm. So when I went to pick up my brother in middle school, that was 5 years ago, then there were 2 girls fighting. Then my brother went in the middle of it to stop it, and they punched him. And then my brother is laughing and went to the principal trouble because you start stopping.
Yeah. And it's never a bad thing to, you know, break up a fight and stuff, and, you know, because you care for that person, especially if it's your friend. Like, are you just gonna be like, oh yeah, fight him? Like, I don't care if you get in trouble. Like, would you ever let that happen to your friend? No? You wanna say something? You're fine.
One time I got in a fight too far with my cousin that all my siblings had to hold me by the arms back.
Hey, you're pretty strong, man. Yeah, but so back to the question, like witnessing other people get bullied. There's a group when you get to high school. There'll be like a group of foreign exchange students, depending on what high school you go to, that don't speak English or that they have like they're learning the new language like English. And I remember it was last year, my junior year. People would get would bully them because a lot of these people are like very in like the low poverty, meaning that they're like kind of poor. They don't make a lot of money, so they don't have like the nicest clothes and stuff. Like they'll have like janked up shoes and like kind of ripped clothes and stuff, like hand-me-downs. And it's not a bad thing to have like hand-me-downs and stuff, but people would kind of pick on them because they had like a funny accent and they spoke a lot of Spanish and some of them speak Chinese, and so they kind of saw them as like easy targets, so they would make fun of them. And I remember that I would just kind of put my earphones in and just like walk by and like just let it happen. But then I just went to my one of my teachers and I told him like I don't really like how they talk to him, like how they talk to them, but like I don't really want to say anything. And he said that if you want something to happen, if you're not happy with something, then you should be the change in that area that you don't like. So like, is there something that you guys don't like that that happens like almost every day? Like it could be in school, it could be at home, it could be at a club or at a sport, wherever you guys play, that you don't like and that you wish that like that person would be nicer, or that the coach would be like more nicer to you guys. Like, is there anything that like you guys wish you could change? Oh, yeah? President? And and that's like, it's not easy to change the presidency, but it could be, you could read more about who that person is and who the next election, and get out there and be very vocal, because you can't vote yet because you guys are very young, but that doesn't stop you from being from helping other people know who they're voting for and what they're voting for, because that was the big issue in this election. People were voting for something that they didn't even know, or people that like Donald Trump, they didn't even know anything about him. And like they also didn't vote for Hillary because she was a woman, but she also brought a lot more to the table, and Bernie Sanders and Ben Carson and all these other great people. But people went for Donald Trump because he was funny and because he made a lot of memes. Like, yeah, that's funny right now, but do you see what he's gonna do in the future that can affect your lives and our lives? Like, there are people that are suffering right now, but it's not all bad things that he's done. He's done some good things, but the bad kind of outweighs the good, and it's not really good for a presidency. Yeah.
Oh, I want to. I want the one thing to stop is being kidnapped.
Being kidnapped?
Yeah, every second someone's getting kidnapped or something else.
Yeah, that's a big thing too. Just because you guys are very young doesn't mean you guys can't do anything. People think, oh, you guys are like 11, 10 years old, like you guys can't do anything. Let the old people do it. Like, it doesn't there's no age restriction for change. So you want to stop kidnappings, and go and talk to your parents, or go and talk to the city council over here, and try to start a movement. Like people, the kids, the what is it? March for Our Lives movement. You guys know what that is? That was all started by students. It was a movement to stop gun shootings or school shootings. And it's a very big movement. A lot of kids are behind it. Kids that are younger than 18, maybe 15. So age has nothing to do with change. And if you guys want to change bullying in schools, if you want to change the presidency, if you want to change kidnappings and other stuff like that, it's not that hard. If you're very passionate about it. Change homelessness, and that's a big one too. So, thank you guys for being very respectful. I liked a lot of you guys' answers, and thank you guys for helping me with my project today.